Hey everybody. So I was gonna do a vlog about how to do research with the SEC filings, but instead this came up with respect to Tesla and how Elon Musk said he is not going to take the company private after he tricked everybody on August 7th about how he was going to take the company private and pay everyone $420 a share and how he had the money to do so. I've been following financial news for the past couple weeks, mainly because the story and the facts that were coming out is not a speculation on whatever their Ponzi asset is going to do. It has legal implications about whether or not Elon committed fraud or market manipulation. So I have been following the news, unfortunately, and I hate watching financial news, but I had to follow this one. And now it looks like it's coming to a wrap because Elon, a couple hours ago, Friday night, announced that he's not going to take the company private. So we're going to hear more about this as this story develops because it's not over. The SEC is still after Elon, and a whole bunch of other people are suing him as well. So we'll see what happens. Instead, I'm going to tell you about a little bit about what I've been through over the past week with respect to this story and why this story didn't exactly bother me, even though Tesla was an example I used in my book, and that example of a scam with this new information coming out would have been a positive sum situation that's good for investors. Even though I only talked about Tesla for no more than, let's say, 400 words, I did use them as an example. So, of course, that worried me just a little bit for about 30 seconds. And here's why. From my experience, every single time a public company says they're going to do something magnanimous for the investors, as things develop, as you do deeper research, it always turns out to be far worse for the investors than it was at the initial point. It took me about 7 years to write the book. I had to change certain things along the way because new things developed. This is a world of finance after all. Initially, when I started the project in 2012, I said that Google never paid dividends. But at one point, it scared me because according to certain financial databases, it said that Google did pay dividends in 2014 in the tune of 50 cents on a $600 stock. 50 cents on a $6 stock is nothing, but from a logical, definitive point of view, I couldn't really say that they never paid dividends if they paid 50 cents. But when I look deeper as to why they just paid a one-off 50-cent dividend in 2014, as in, well, if they were trying to give money back to investors, why they just only do it once to the tune of 50 cents? Well, it turns out that it wasn't actually a legitimate dividend payment, regardless of what financial databases were recording it as. It was actually due to a litigation and lawsuit that Google had from their shareholders because they issued those Ponzi asset C shares. This was the first time I experienced, well, you look a little deeper, it looks like they paid dividends, did something nice, but you look a little deeper, oh, not only did they not pay dividends, but they actually got sued for doing something far worse. Another time was actually a year ago when I completed the book in 2017 during the summer. And I realized as I was doing final fact checking that Google bought back 5 million shares in 2016. I said, oh my gosh, I have to address that. But here's the thing, when I looked into a little deeper, as in their SEC filings, what I found is that their SEC filings shares outstanding for 2016 shows that it actually increased by 3 million. So did they buy back 5 million? I believe they probably did. Now, does 8 million additional shares find its way into the market? According to their SEC filings, it did. So here we go, right? No share buybacks. They said they bought back 5 million. They did something good. But I look at their SEC filings. Hey, not only do they not buy back 5 million, or that's not what the number reflects, it actually shows that they issued another 3 million. So this was my experience several times, and there were more times just like that where I finished writing something, I come across a situation that looks like the public company did something good for the investors, and it turned out to be something, not only was it not good, but really far worse for the investors than if I didn't find that information out at all. So when Tesla or Elon announced that he was going to buy back shares at 420, it made me jump, but only for literally a couple seconds. And then I defaulted really not on, oh, do I believe Elon? Or do I think he's a liar? Not that. I just defaulted on my experience with Google and the fact that in all my research and in all my experience, whenever it looks like a company did something good for their investors, it always turned out to be something far worse. And here we go with Tesla. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but there's a reason why Mr. Musk chose tonight, Friday night, to announce the fact that he is not going to go become a private company. It's because he didn't want his stocks to get hammered tomorrow, as everyone's going to be screaming, saying this is obviously a fraud. He made up the whole thing, and he wants everyone to digest this over the weekend and hopefully not try to destroy him until Monday. Well, next week's another week, so we'll see how this all plays out. As it stands, Mr. Musk is not taking the company private. Tesla is still a Ponzi asset, and nothing has changed over the past week, aside from the fact that Elon Musk might be going to jail soon. All right. Thank you all very much. Talk to you later. Bye.